Project coordinator, PMO analyst, scheduler, what are all these things? Let me break them down. When we're looking at a project coordinator is someone who's going to work very closely with a project manager. They're oftentimes going to be, in essence, an assistant to the project manager. So they'll be setting up meetings, they'll be doing follow-ups, they'll be updating your RAID registers, and depending on skill set, they'll be looking at things like their budget. A PMO analyst is really there to support governance processes that a project management office within an organization has, or the temporary project management office set up by some of the larger, more complex programs of work. The PMO analyst generally will be helping ensure that papers are submitted. So project status reports are generally, the body of a paper, so to speak. But within those status reports, you have, of course, your amber, your red, amber, green status reporting. You'll have key updates on tasks, but then also papers. What they look like are decisions that need to be made, specific risks that have been raised and needing formal response, etc. Updates on budget, forecast, burns, etc. So the PMO analyst is really going to wind up supporting governance processes. I'd say they probably work more closely with program managers, portfolio managers, so on and forth. But ultimately, they're going to be getting their updates from project managers and those that are working with them. Now, the scheduler is a role that oftentimes you actually don't see because project managers wind up getting stuck doing all the work. I say stuck because creating a really robust schedule, running reports off a schedule, that's absolutely a skill set on its own. It's generally supported by Microsoft projects. There's a lot of reports that application really, it does so much, and your average project manager just wants to make a quick little schedule and they don't actually know how to use MS Project. So your scheduler is going to be an expert in that particular software. I've said recently they'll be doing things like earned value reports. They'll be making sure that all your resources are working an appropriate week, whether that's 40 hours, whatever number of hours you want. They'll have constraints on your project. So do you work weekends? What are the public holidays that you have to consider? Oftentimes they will be able to back up your resource plan, which I say is generally an Excel document. They'll be able to put all that data into Microsoft Project and then run for you what we call earned value reports as well as cost reports. So, how many days and what cost is it per resource, etc. And that's just another way of looking at very similar data. So those are three roles that you're going to find on a project, generally on your bigger, more complicated projects. If you're one of these, comment below.